Hello everyone and welcome to this fish stream summary. But first...
Just past 6 hours of streaming. Holy cow, the time. I was planning to do a 3-hour stream. We already hit 6 hours, guys. That is crazy. When I look away for 5 minutes, 2 hours are passing. It's crazy. Crazy. I haven't tested it since they changed around the clay location.
And that is the tripod, by the way. It will be located in Tindrim sewers and also at some other places on Mirrorland. And he also showed some fishing rods. Yeah, these are the fishing rods. They are craftable and they can also break if the fish is just too heavy for you. No, he had no pictures of fishes and stuff, but more about all the fishing stuff also in the list section. Yes, he streamed 6 hours. 6 hours! And there's my weekend flying away. Can you see it? Can you see it? I can see it. Don't get me wrong, I always like the streams because he's dropping a lot of infos. And that's why I'm doing this stream summary. So he wasn't going into detail a lot. And the list is also very long, so let's get into it. Nodeline fixes is implemented very soon. They are currently fixing that. It will be in one of the upcoming patches. More tasks and more unique tasks will be added. More unique tasks will be added over time. The thievery system is on hold currently, but it will be implemented early after the release. The relic system will work like it was in Mortal Online 1. For example, a relic is dropping from the sky, you get a relic, you build a religion house and stuff, and you put the relic in there and you have the buff of the relic. The standing system will get a small rework, less noob killing on site. One-shot system also adds up to that. You can increase standings while doing tasks, for example. There will be also some tasks NPCs outside of the cities that you always can come back if you're completely outlaw. NPC guards and stuff will come for the housing system, but that is more for the territory control side of that, and that will patched in later. And yes, NPC guards need upkeep, NPC guards need equipment, you need to equip your guards yourself, and many territory control structures will follow, like the stable and all the other stuff will all come with territory control. Mage armor is something that comes in the next months. Campfires will be added with the furniture system because it's the same placement system, the campfires and the furniture, so they use the same placement system. Crouching will come later, but it is not meant for combat, so more or less with a 2-second timer. Parry with bows is a maybe. Maybe they will do that, but they will decide that much later. Veteran system will come after the release, which gives your character more opportunity and variety in skills and stuff. Fishing is currently in a testing phase and polishing phase, so it will be ready soon. Triprats can also use tools that they attack you with some weapons and stuff. They will also have babies, common, rare, boss, and some other variations. They will also add more of that to all the other creatures, animals and monsters over time. Necromancy will be implemented after the release. Like we know since the past 8 months, I don't know which maniac asks this all the time. They will not delay the release of the game, but only if they really need to. Oh yeah, that is something to suicide for. I made a video about excuses to your boss if you need more vacation. Link is in the description, by the way. Just in case. Anyway, let's continue. The game will be subscription based and it will stay like that, but maybe free to play to Haven. Soon or not so soon, depending on if they have the time for it. They are still tweaking the tutorial and still refining some little things. Fishing is not a mini game, it is more like immersive, a real thing. Like for example, the rod is bending and you have to give the fish more line, or you have to draw faster the line and stuff. And if you're pulling too hard, your rod breaks or your line breaks and stuff, or your hook is gone or your bait is gone and stuff. And this is no mini game like you know from other games. It is like a real thing. Henrik's words. AFK fishing will not be possible because there are more stuff to it and more stuff you need to pay attention to, and so it's very difficult to do this AFK. I must admit, now I'm hyped. Also, some more player skills are involved in fishing, like for example the hook size, the line strength, the depth, the time of the day, how many people have fished already there, the bait, and many other small little details that all came into play when you want to fish rare fish. And even something like, okay, you can only catch this fish with this fish as bait, for example. After the release, they will be much more careful with implementing stuff. They will take care that it's balanced and polished first before they push it live. The weather system is going slowly forward because every coder is currently busy with bug fixing and all other stuff, and they will fix the weather later. The fishing rod can't be used as a weapon. They created different kinds of meshes for all the fishes. but not directly for all the fishes. More, for example, big fish looks like this, a small fish looks like this, a fish in general looks like this, a ray, for example, looks like this, a clam is on your hook and stuff. They made this meshes, and they will make much more detailed meshes later. But now, currently, you can't see visually the fishes in the pond, in the rivers, in the seas and stuff, but they will add this much later to the game, when they have the capacity, the resources, and all the stuff to do that, because currently they have too much stuff to do. The next big thing is Ogmium will come into the game at the release date. I bet with the boss, the Greater Kimuru and stuff. I'm not sure, he doesn't said that, but I guess. Fish scales will also be implemented with the fishes. A lot more weapon types and stuff, and armor types, and all the varieties is worked on and is always worked on. They will implement more of this varieties over the years to fill it with hundreds of different types of stuff, and they will add more and more and more and more, but it just needs time or more money to hire more people, like Henrik said. The price in Russia is not final, they just changed it because of some fraud and stuff. It will be normal again later. They are also working on that mobs can't go through walls. Furnitures will be added before the territorial control patch. Tattoos and hairstyles will be a profession, and you can find tattoos and hairstyles in some dungeons and stuff. There will be no more priests added to the game. First the wagon system, then the water system, then ships. There will be never cosmetics or an in-game shop or any shit like that. Server capacity will be increased. Later on there are very, oh, this is really, that stands there, that maybe only a few people can have. More spawners will be implemented at the release date, and overhunting spawns will have an effect on the spawners. There will never be siege timers and stuff. There will be supply lines that you can destroy, for example for the keep and also for the siege camp, that the attackers and defenders can have some more variety of attacking and defending. But no siege timers, no siege windows, no such bullshit like in other games. It's full freedom. And now the taming question all the time. Taming is not a profession skill, and it will never be a profession skill. It is an action skill. Henrik said that is because if they would make it a profession skill, then nearly every fighter with a horse and stuff would be also a tamer, and that would kill the taming profession and the breeder profession, and that would also be have an impact on the economy, a huge impact. They are currently working also on high-end bosses and very exciting creatures. More player skills will be needed in the future for beast mastery. We will see how this goes. No details so far. Religion system will come, but it's too early to say something about that. Breeding will come to the game, of course, but no time frame there. The developers and Henrik will never involve in any guild conflict. Henrik, for example, plays sometimes undercover, but he's not playing with any guild and stuff. So he's not involved in any wars, and he will not take part on any side, because why would he? That would be fucking stupid. Small tweaks to the glade gifts will come. Harabalta and Saduka are the next continents, because you don't need ships to go there. Depending on the time, how much time and resources they have, maybe even ships, continents, and the globe, and other continent. But first they've planned it like that, unless they got into the 100,000s of players at the release. Currently the priority is polishing and bug fixing. Later on the other 5 continents will come over time. Henrik admitted that they made a lot of mistakes in Mortal Online 1 and they learned from it. There will be no rifles, gunpowder ever in this game. Maybe joining 2 accounts together is maybe possible at some future point. But it's just too early to say anything about this, because some people want to play with 2 characters and they need 2 Steam accounts for that. Maybe there's a solution, okay, you still pay the full sub, but you have your second character and stuff. They don't have to switch Steam accounts all the time. There will be no third person in Mortal ever, because you can see around corners while the others can't see you, so that is unfair. That will never be a part of Mortal Online. Remastering skills will be easier if you relearn your skills, and that will be implemented maybe later when they have the time for it. Roads and lamps will come. Krakens and big sea creatures will come. Real titans. He spoke about real titans. Treasure maps will come to the game, also in water, also in the fishing system later on. They decided to do no mini games on stuff like crafting weapons and stuff. Imagine that you are a weapon seller and you're doing the same mini game shit like 20,000 times. This will be really annoying if you are a competitive weapon seller, because you will craft anyway 100 weapons a day and no one wants to play all the minigames all the fucking time, because no one has time for that. And that is why Star Wars don't implement such minigames, because that is really annoying over time. Only Grandmasters of a skill can use very, very, very rare materials that you can find from bosses, monsters, dungeons and stuff, or somewhere lying in the world and stuff. And you can use that to make unique items, true unique items. And a fun fact for fishing, you can use everything as bait. For example, the heads of your enemies, gold coins, any shit you can find, anything. So thanks from Henrik to you all. These stream summaries take a lot of time to make, but I do it all the time because your comments are very motivating and nice. And I want to save you guys time that you can play that time instead of watching that time. Or if you just want to have a quick overview. Henrik's stream is also linked in the description if you want to see the whole stream. So special thanks to our Patreon supporters Carmel, Professor Donski and all the others. Also, please leave a like and subscribe. And as always, don't forget to make party hard. See you all next time. Goodbye.